Hey guys, so we are in the hunt for a camper trailer, one that we could pull behind our Jeep Wrangler or also our GMC pickup truck. And we are currently looking at Hiker, and we're looking at a few different ones, but wanted to just kind of share with you what we've experienced so far. Hiker seems to be one of those ones that they don't require much down to build. $500 puts you in queue, and then they'll build it, and then the full amount is due upon completion of your trailer. So pretty slick. Looking at some of the models, of course, we're going for extreme off road, just because we want to be able to take our trailer pretty much anywhere. But we're not going to go too crazy. But like you see some of these pictures here, that's like what we would do. Nothing too crazy, but we went through and did the whole build out, and uh, quite frankly, like here, we'll take a look and see if we can look it up here. Builds in the works. Yeah, so a couple different estimates that we have. Um, Most recent one, we bare boned it. Didn't go with a lot of different things, but you're looking 34 up to 40 grand for one of these 5x10s. But what was interesting was the fact that the mid range has a better clearance than the extreme off road. It sits a lot lower, but the clearance is higher. Uh, but we did, they were doing a special where you were to put your down payment of 500 down, you'd get a free 270 awning, so $1,000 discount basically, or just get a free awning. And we almost pulled the trigger. But I had to see one in person first. And in fact, in Colorado, here in Fort Collins, just north of us, we were able to go take a look and see a mid range XL and the extreme off road. And I think, let's see here, um, ready built. I think it's in here. So let's see, where is it? Here it is, Van Cafe. So this was a 5x9. And they want roughly almost 22, but it is bare bones. There's like nothing in this trailer. Very, very limited. But once we went to take a look at it, um, I wasn't that impressed. Of course, it's all wood, so that kind of steers me away from it. But I have seen people take these things and just build them out like crazy. Very impressed with some of the builds I've seen on YouTube and just on social media. But I don't know, after looking at it, I don't know if we're sold on it. So we're kind of just at the drawing board of looking at different trailers. Right now, we are looking at Off Grid and Timberleaf and Cedar Ridge. So I'm going to kind of go through a bunch of these and kind of share with you what we've experienced so far on, in our research. We did go to a couple of RV dealerships, and it's quite funny. They have things listed for off road, but they're not off road trailers. But I will definitely share with you a couple of videos we took of a couple that are somewhat off road and would do the trick. But the price on them are ridiculous. They are expensive, and we're just getting into it. So we don't really want to go too crazy. And I mean, some of these things we can get them 50, 60 grand. It's crazy. But this one was there in Fort Collins, so we were able to take a look at this extreme off road, and then they also had the step down. I don't know if it's here now. I don't see it, but they had a mid range in Fort Collins also, and the height difference between the two is it's crazy. It's so much bigger, or so much taller, I should say. So the extreme off road compared to the mid range, but I see more people with these mid range trailers than I do the extreme off-road. But then I'm also seeing that a lot of people are using these trailers just at campgrounds. I mean, a lot of the videos I see, that's where they're at, is campgrounds. And just like kind of like the KOA style campgrounds. And I'm seeing that demographic is a lot older people. So, which is nothing wrong with that, but it's just something I've observed while looking at some of these. So I'm starting to see a lot of the younger crew going with like uh, the off-grid trailers and Cedar Ridge and Timberleaf. For some reason, a hiker, I'm seeing a lot of the older crew with these. Not saying that there's not young people doing it, but it's just what I've seen so far. But we'll go ahead and we'll show you the video we took of the ones we saw in Fort Collins and kind of share with you our experience. So here we are at Van Cafe in Fort Collins looking at this off-road version of the hiker trailer, which we showed earlier in the video. So pretty bare bones. Not much included on this trailer for the 22,000, well, 21,000, probably 22 out the door. Much higher, as you can see me sitting next to the mid-range. And here, those roof rack bars, I just don't understand why they use such a small bar. It just makes sense to do a T-slot. I just don't get it. But here, taking a look, the rear galley, got the power lined in. Little windows pass through. This little part's actually pretty cool to look into the sitting area. I mean, overall, not a bad trailer, but like I said, being an extreme off-road version, the clearance isn't anything really significant. And here, the mid-range, of course, the height is a lot smaller, but it would almost make more sense to do the mid-range. You got more clearance. But here, this one's, I think they actually just sold this one because I couldn't find it on the website. But they're popular trailers. They look like they're built decent. You can step on those fenders. It was one of the first things I did. Yeah, and that blue, I like that blue. But yeah, this is at Van Cafe, Fort Collins. Cool dudes, absolutely super chill, nice. They answered all my questions. Well, they couldn't answer all of them. Even the guys at Hiker really couldn't answer them. But there you go. So we are on the hunt, and hopefully we can get this narrowed down to what we're actually needing.